create a more horizontal distribution of power or not. Alright? So they pretty much do self-determination or not. I don't know if they can stay real. I don't know what's possible. We can't know what the future holds. So we can invest ourselves in acting according to our consciences now. No matter what people call us when we do, in such a way that others will feel entitled to do the same.
Beep, boop, 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 boop. There we go. I was all like, hey, hey, hey! Let's not start this thing off with the bang or whatever. Welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. And let me tell you, it's a terrible. We got a stinker for you today. We got the worst show imaginable for you today. And if our numbers are any question of it, it's gonna stay that way. But yes, we're back for another, once again, soiree far way into this here thing we call the internets. And man, we got some stuff to talk about today. I hope you guys are pretty good. I told you I'd be back. We're gonna be doing this more. But, we're going to adjust some things. We're going to fix the way that some things be looking. Yeah. Yeah. Change it up a little bit. Make it bigger. Make it better. We got the Hire and Solve t-shirt on, It's laundry day. Anyways, hopefully you guys are doing very well today. I see we got Chuckle Verse in that here Rumble. We got me saying beep. We got Faded History, all yo, and then we got CV over here in the gang. She ain't even a member anymore. I can see it right there. But Faded History is though, so that's good. That's good on him. That is good on him. Exactly though, I don't really know what's happening in the world today. We got a couple of news stories and things of that nature to be talking to you about, and then we're oh so ever deviously plotting our next video in the Griftcast fashion. But we're just trying to collect a few things before that is happening, and then that's gonna be fun. I think that's gonna be real fun. It's gonna be super fun. Yes, super fun shit. And then, yeah, we're back live on Kick or whatever, because I can do that again now. And we're on Twitch, obviously, which sucks. I don't know why people use that shit, but, it's whatever. And, of course, Rumble. Rumble's a good place. A lot of people be watching on it. Not a lot of people be chatting, even though you can chat. I can see your chats. I got it all in one little thing that I could just read. You know what I'm saying? And it works out pretty well. Yeah, it does actually work pretty good. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. I try so hard. Can't rise above it. Don't know what it is. But them gals love it. I like it. I love it. And I want some more of it. Woo! So what did we talk about yesterday? Oh, yes, we talked about Israel and Hamas. We talked about the, old shit. Yeah, they're fighting with each other. Yeah, some people are killing some other people. Some people are trying to make light of the whole situation, but we all know, who seemingly looks like they're the bad guy. Fix bad with more bad, right? So, I don't know. If you would look at it though, it's almost like it's a 4x1 situation. One big hit, but then they got hit back 4 times as hard. I don't know. Kind of seems like a little bit weird though, or at least a little strange. But who cares? I mean, obviously there's other wars and shit that are happening, like the thing that's going on in the Ukraine with the Vladimir Putins and that Zelensky fellow, the one that was doing that dance where he was like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, shit's weird. The whole situation in Ukraine seems weird, but we've had all this attention on Israel. I mean, obviously, good old Vlad Putin, good old Pootie is gonna get his tang in the mix. He's in heat, and he's like a freak without warning. And he's decided that he wants to scare the fuck out of everybody he can. He wants to get the hate back on his situation. You know what I mean? That's what he's trying to do. Yep. Mr. Blacksmith says they kept spamming Circle of Death. What do you mean Circle of Death? Who's the Circle of Death? What's the Circle of Death? Where were they spamming this? I have more questions than answers. Thank you. Thank you. But whatever. Also, there's still that election thing that's coming up. Oh, look who it is! Get up here! Come on up! Come on up, Cheech! What's up, Cheech Alert? Oh, giving Daddy a big kissy. That's good. You're gonna get some extra chicken later. For that big kissy. I like it when you pretend to love me and you give me big kisses. Oh, that's the first kissy I got in a while. I love him. Yep. And then obviously Lunchy is here. She is still alive. She is not dead. Yep. She is not dead. She's still alive. She's still the cutie booty. She's still in heat. She's a dog in heat. A freak without warning. Daddy, stop showing everyone my cheese. Sorry. Yeah. But at the same time, you're right, Mr. Blackspin. Though your stream the other night, it kept cutting out where you're trying to show a video. That's right. Yeah, last night we got cut out for some reason at least 3 or 4 times just trying to watch the ICC video where this prosecutor from the ICC announced that he's going to attempt to get some warrants for a bunch of bad Palestinians and apparently some bad Israelis that are committing war crimes and shit. It's crazy. And it's like we tried to watch the video and literally my stream kept dying. And I was like, dude, what's going on? It's like every time I talk about something that's, I guess, a little bit faux pas, everything is getting knocked down. But my computer is staying online. I'm still able to see and do everything. It's just like the software is shutting me down or something. And guess what? It seems that it was Streamlabs. Streamlabs, the provider that we were using for multi-stream, has something where it's literally shutting down the stream when it sees things that they don't like. So, yeah, Lunchy, fuck them. We canceled it because fuck them. That's right. They're bitches. Anyways, so we're back on using Restream.io to send this out to all the different locations, and it seems to be working way better, right? No problems. We talk about crazy shit, and it doesn't seem like anything gets knocked offline anymore. So, imagine fucking that shit. Imagine that shit. And yes, you're right, CV. We do have a backup just in case. We got the Rumble, we got the app, we got Rumble, we got Twitch, we got Kick, we got them all, bitch. So you got Rumble, Twitch, Kick, and then there's one more. What was the other one? Oh yeah, Twitter. If you watch on fucking Twitter or whatever. Yeah, we got all that shit. We're ready. We got all the medias on all the spots. And, to think that a majority of the creators out there in 2024 still haven't found the joys of multi streaming, still haven't been able to figure it out, or just choose to limit themselves to one platform or whatever. I don't get it. I don't get it. But then again, I run the shittiest show on the internet. They're running the best show on the internet. So maybe some people are doing bigger. So yeah. Also, our Griftcast IRL store, griftcast.com, is going to be going offline. Yes, it'll be going offline at the end of the month, or at the beginning of next month, I think on the 6th, because we canceled Streamlabs because they kept fucking with the streams, and there's no way we're going to be paying them $19 a month to keep jacking with our shit. Sorry, not going to happen. So we're going to have to come up with a different way of doing merch, but I'm sure I'll be able to figure it out rather quickly. And then love my mama CDs. Yeah. You guys love Lunchy? Because I love Lunchy. She's my mama CD. She's a hot dog. She's my cheese. That's my big cheese. She's right there. She's my big cheese. Cheese. I just like saying cheese, you guys. But she knows that she's the cheese cheese. She's the legendary 9 cheat cheat Lunchy. Say that 10 times fast. Bet you can't. Bet you can't. Bet you try, but you can't. Whatever. Anyways, I guess we should get on with this piece of hobbage that we're all working on here. Yep, doing our thing, checking out numbers and stuff. I got some links up here that I wanted to talk about, right? Just wanted to bring some shit up, right? And I guess what's the first thing that we're gonna have to bring up? Yeah, what's the first thing we're gonna bring up? Ah, yes, we should bring up the Independent. hmm The story of the day: Big Bad Pootie Tang. But yes, you could do the HTTPS link tree for Griftcast, and you know what? You can find us all on a lot of stuff. I think I probably still have to update some stuff on that, but it is what it is. It is what it is. This is a shitty show, so everything's gonna be kind of janky and shit. It's the way it goes. You don't like it, yeah. Anyways, so Russia begins nuclear drills in response to provocative statements. Ooh, provocative statements? What kind of provocative statements are they talking about here? These like provocative statements that are being made by United States officials that are giving old Putin a little wrestle in his gym jams, which is what it seems to be. We'll just have the robot read it out for us because I need to save my beautiful voice.
Russia's defense ministry has said it began a round of drills involving tactical nuclear weapons.
That's
The
small
exercises
news.
were
That's
announced
baby
by Russian
news.
authorities this month in response to
news that you,
remarks
like,
by senior Western officials
out less
about the
than a mile.
possibility of deeper involvement in the war in Ukraine. It was the first time Russia has publicly announced drills involving tactical nuclear weapons, although its strategic nuclear forces regularly hold exercises. According to the ministry's statement, the first stage of the new drills envisioned practical training in the preparation and use of non-strategic nuclear weapons, including nuclear-capable Kinshal and Iskander missiles. The maneuvers are taking place in the Southern Military District, which consists of Russian regions in the south, including on the border with Ukraine, Crimea, illegally annexed from Ukraine in 2014, and 4 Ukrainian regions that Russia illegally annexed in 2022 and partially occupies. The drills were announced on May 6, with the Defense Ministry saying in a statement that they would come in response to provocative statements and threats of certain Western officials regarding the Russian Federation.
You still have your extra chicken over there. You still have that chicken. Eat that first. What's up, Squidicus? Nice to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. So, the robot told us basically what's going on. Russia's having some drills with tactical nuclear weapons. Tactical nuclear weapons. What's a tactical nuclear weapon? Is that like a mini nuke? I don't know. I bet we could Google it, though. Oh, yes. tactical nuclear weapons include air bombs, warheads for short-range missiles, and artillery munitions that are meant to be used on the battlefield. They are less powerful than the strategic weapons, massive warheads that arm intercontinental ballistic missiles and are intended to obliterate entire cities. Woo! 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 Do you hear this, Lunchy? They're trying to be nuking motherfuckers. They're gonna be blowing up nukes, Lunchy, in places. They're just gonna start nuking motherfuckers. What are we gonna do? We're gonna run out of. We're gonna get ionized air in our lungs and shit. We're gonna mutate. Maybe you'll get bigger, Lunchy. Maybe you'll become like a super Lunchy. Like you always wanted. A super Lunchy. Anyways, we love it. We like it. We love it. We want some more of it. But yeah. So yeah, it doesn't seem that great, right? They're talking about that. And then what are they saying in the United States right now? That we're going to be giving Ukraine some more what? Weapons? More weapons to better prepare themselves for the onslaught of Russians that are going to be dropping nukes on them and shit. I mean, baby nukes, but they're still nukes, right? Yeah, it could be quite the interesting situation, I think. Or at least something that's going to apparently blow up into all of our faces in some kind of way in the near future, because nuclear war is never good. But, if Russia starts popping off tac nukes, we're going to start popping off tac nukes. And then, yeah, it's probably going to escalate into the big boys, don't you think? Yeah. I hope you got your radiation suit. If you don't, well, ghoulification doesn't seem like it's that bad, right? You're just going to be falling apart, shit. Maybe you live longer. Lunchy. She's like, I don't want to fall apart, Daddy. You don't want to fall apart, Lunchy? Well, then don't become a ghoul. Become a lunch. Become the number one lunch of all the lunch. But I guess that plays into some things, right? It's got to play into something. Play into someone, play into somebody's idea of something. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like somebody posted something to me at least a little bit ago that seemed to give us a little bit of pause, right? This is from Time, and it says, Russia doesn't belong in the United Nations. Yep, that's what they said. If criminal is at the helm of the United Nations, how can we expect justice? Interesting. Yeah, since 1991, I'll just have this right here get rid out. Let's see. What does it say right there, Mrs. Robot?
Since 1991, Russia has had a seat at the UN absolutely illegally, being the only participating country that has neither signed the organization's 1945 founding charter nor ever been voted a member by the General Assembly. Instead, its place in the UN is the result of a tacit consent that has lasted more than 3 decades.
Oh, wait, what? Russia's not a member of the UN, but don't they have like UN representatives and shit like that? What are they trying to say? That they were a member of the UN before as the USSR? They're technically still like the USSR, so they didn't have to reapply for their bullshit? I don't know. But let's see what the Times has to say about the whole situation.
According to Article 4 of the UN Charter, new member states must be admitted by a vote of the General Assembly. But Russia avoided this by claiming to continue the membership formerly held by the USSR. That's despite
really?
the Supreme Soviet of the USSR proclaiming on December 26, 1991, that the USSR as a state and as a subject of international law ceases to exist. More than a dozen new independent states emerged after the Soviet Union's dissolution, Russia being just one of them. Others like Georgia and Belarus, for example, had to be approved by the General Assembly to join the UN, but Moscow simply changed the nameplates from USSR to Russia Federation and hoped the world would look past it. While the concept of successor states has a long history, when it comes to UN membership, only Russia has gotten away with tacit rather than formal consent to take the place of its predecessor. When Czechoslovakia and Yugoslavia each dissolved, every one of the countries that emerged from those former blocs, had to be admitted to the UN by resolution before the General Assembly. Russia's illegitimate presence in the UN, and even worse, as a permanent member of the Security Council, has had disastrous consequences. It exploits the UN both as a platform for its propaganda and to block via veto power any attempts by the international community to counter its predatory behavior.
Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe you're right, Stevie. Maybe one of these days all the bad guys will be in the same place, but not today. One day soon, though. I don't know why I started laughing. Munchie, you gotta not sit on the keyboard. We talk about this a lot. I just wanted you to listen some more. I like watching a little white thing go across the screen. Okay. Anyways, so yeah. Ooh. Yee. Ooh. So, do we really got to worry about what's going on with Russia and the nukes? Is that a nuclear warning that we truly need to be aware of and astute of, and scared of? I feel like it is kind of a little bit, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, bro. I feel like we shouldn't be looking at this type of thing, but at the same time, we got a lot of people that have been saying a lot of things. And I mean, there's even been people that did fat ass threads on the Twitter that really, truly, actually talk about it. Putin is the president of the USSR and acts as such. It is recognized from minute one.
Sources in 19... The disintegration of the USSR and the distribution of what remained among a few gangsters and criminals had left Russia without resources in 1999. Many looked at the past as a better time, and the gangsters who had stolen everything put in power a colleague from their criminal organizations, who already had a very clear idea of how to control the population.
Что с гимном произошло? Это вот в контексте того, о чем я говорил в начале. Необходимо восстанавливать доверие граждан. Какое? Почему мы не можем, слушая музыку Александрова, думать не о лагерях, а о величии, о победе во Второй мировой войне? Почему мы должны обязательно сопоставлять вот эту музыку с худшими сторонами жизни?
Например, президент подписал федеральный закон, по которому армии вернули знамя победы над фашизмом. Но какое знамя могли водрузить над Рейхстагом в 1945 году? Конечно, советское красное знамя со звездой, серпом и молотом.
Wow. Well, maybe he still is a member. Yeah, I think as a legal precedent here for international law, when a country acts as their heir to the debts, treaties, and obligations for the prior nation, such as Russia did for the USSR, they've stopped honoring the USSR commitment in the Budapest Memorandum. Oh, yeah. As the USSR was dissolved, it just must leave the seat and go, and ask to enter again. It will never recover the right to veto, of course. But they wanted to keep that right to veto. Think about that. I don't know. Feels like a lot of people are trying to shift focus again. Be like, hey guys, it's all about Russia, Trump, Vladimir Putin. We need to send more money and shit over to fucking little tiny Zelensky and shit because he needs the money and whatnot. And it's, I guess, kind of like a good way of dissuading individuals from looking at, I don't know, what was happening yesterday. It seems like it's a little bit of a big situation, if you ask me. But yeah, yesterday we did talk about the ICC, right? We talked about the ICC. And now everyone else is talking about the ICC. And yes, Anthony Blinken is willing to work with Congress on a potential sanctions against the ICC, the International Criminal Court. Wonderful! We're like, yo, dude, we don't recognize the international criminal courts, as a body that has the ability to do anything. So, yeah, Now Republicans are seeking help from the Secretary of State after the prosecutor Karim Khan requests arrests for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, a.k.a. an evil motherfucker. Right, evil motherfucker. So, is the Biden administration looking like it's changing their tune? No, looks like they're backing up the Israelis all the way,
The Biden
baby.
administration is willing to work with Congress to potentially impose sanctions against International Criminal Court officials over the prosecutor's request for arrest warrants for Israeli leaders over the Gaza war, Antony Blinken, the Secretary of State, said on Tuesday. At a Senate Appropriations Subcommittee hearing, Republican Lindsey Graham told Blinken he wanted to see renewed U.S. sanctions on the court in response to the move announced by ICC prosecutor Karim Khan on Monday. "I want to take actions, not just words," Graham said to Blinken. "Will you support a bipartisan effort to sanction the ICC, not only for the outrage against Israel but to protect, in the future, our own interest?"
Ah, yes, those rhinos like Lindsey Graham and all these other folks that, I guess, do we call them rhinos still because they're Republican in name only, but really they're just some kind of like Zionist puppet that just does everything that they want for Israel. He's got big dollars put into that. Is he one of those motherfuckers that would kiss the wall too? God damn. God damn. But yeah, the government and Congress are already starting to basically try to come together, specifically Republicans in Congress. Doesn't seem like it's the Democrats in Congress that are trying to do any of this shit. But yeah, they want to sanction the International Criminal Court because totally fuck them for coming at Israel like that. You don't do that to our vassal state, bitch.
Interest.
You don't come
"I
at
welcome
daddy
working
like
with
that.
you on that," Blinken said. Khan said in his announcement that he had reasonable grounds to believe that Israeli PM Benjamin Netanyahu, Israel's defense chief, and 3 Hamas leaders bear criminal responsibility for alleged war crimes and crimes against humanity. Joe Biden and his political opponents have sharply criticized Khan's announcement, arguing the court does not have jurisdiction over the Gaza conflict and raising concerns over process. The United States is not a member of the court, but has supported past prosecutions, including the ICC's decision last year to issue an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, over the war in Ukraine.
Whoa, dude. You got me shitting me. Wait. Hold up. So the criminal court is cool when they issue a warrant for Vladimir Putin for crimes against humanity and shit like that. Yeah, because we don't like Putin. Fuck Putin. But the second that they come down on somebody like fucking Israel, they're like, man, fuck these motherfuckers. We don't support shit. That's fucked up, dude. That's American foreign politics in a nutshell for you right now. Yeah, we only gotta support you when you're doing shit that we like, but the second that you start going after our boy Netanyahu, dude, we trying to clear out all the fucking Muslims. We're trying to make it a Jewish-only state. We're trying to bring back Molech and start sacrificing people and shit. Come on. You want to keep living in this dumb life forever? That's what I feel like they're trying to tell people. But yeah, fucked up, man. Super fucked up. So yeah, the ICC's decision to go and issue an arrest warrant for Vladimir Putin, the Russian president, totes cool in the eyes of the Americana. But the second that they turn around and start going into the Israel-Gaza conflict, nah, man, they ain't got no jurisdiction over that shit. You know, it's the International Criminal Court. But whatever. Kind of seems like we should be helping them out, but all of a sudden, maybe you're right, Sweetie. Maybe you're right. Maybe it's because the American oligarchs are next, and they're scared. Yep. That's what she said. Maybe you're right. Maybe they are scared. I think they are.
Ukraine. At an earlier hearing on Tuesday, Blinken said he would work with Congress on an appropriate response, calling the ICC's move profoundly wrong-headed. It would complicate the prospects of reaching a hostage deal and a ceasefire in Israel's conflict with Hamas, Blinken said.
How is that possible, though? Wasn't one of the first things that they said to as the ICC that they needed to release all the hostages, period, right? You know, if we give the ICC governing power, the United States doesn't want to do that because in their eyes, that would not be absolutely the same thing as handing over power to the World Health Organization because shit happens, right? It's kind of weird how, you know, these checks and balances that people keep trying to set up, you know, like, oh, the ICC's bad, International Criminal Court bad, because they might come after us. But you know what? At the same time, they're cool with some of this other shit. Yeah. Yeah, you just gotta love it, dude. You gotta love it. You gotta fucking love it. But the last little bit of this right here is probably gonna be at least a bit
Republican
of a banger.
members of Congress have previously threatened legislation to impose sanctions on the ICC, but a measure cannot become law without support from Joe Biden and his fellow Democrats, who control the Senate. In 2020, Donald Trump's administration accused the ICC of infringing on U.S. national sovereignty when it authorized an investigation into war crimes committed in Afghanistan. The U.S. targeted court staff, including then-prosecutor Fatou Bensouda, with asset freezes and travel bans. Biden lifted those sanctions in April 2021, shortly after assuming office. These decisions reflect our assessment that the measures adopted were inappropriate and ineffective, Blinken said in a statement at the time.
Oh, so wait a minute. Donald Trump didn't like the ICC either. Maybe you're right, Squid. When are we going to start seeing arrest warrants for Trump and Biden? When are we going to start seeing that? I don't know. I don't know if we're going to start seeing that shit, but that's all they got for us on it right there from The Guardian. And The Guardian, that's what they're saying. That they're working with Congress on potential sanctions against the International Criminal Court because they don't like what they be saying. We don't fucking like it. We don't like the criminal courts. We don't like it. We only like it when it's good for us and when it's bad for us. We don't like it. So you can suck a pee-pees. Suck a pee-pees. That's what they want us to do. Suck a pee-pees. Yep, that's what they want. And it could be worse, right? It could be better. It could be worse. I don't know. But since we brought Trump up, there has been at least some Trump news. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, there's some Trump news. So there has been that really bing bang wish wash kabloom trial that's been going on for Donald Trump and the Stormy Daniels and who's sucking the pee-pees or whatever. Well,
Donald Trump's lawyers have rested their defense case in his criminal trial in New York City. Now, this is the trial involving allegations of hush money payments and falsified business records in the logging of reimbursements to his former lawyer, Michael Cohen. By resting its case, the defense now paves the way for closing arguments and ultimately jury deliberations. There are a few steps before the jury gets the case, namely those closing arguments, and then the jury will have to be instructed in the law by Judge Juan Merchan before they can go back to a separate room and start deliberating the charges at hand. Donald Trump's lawyers have rested their defense case.
I see. So Donald Trump's case is coming to a close, my friends. The defense has rested their case, and they did not call Donald Trump to the stand, which is, I guess, a good idea and a bad idea at the very same time. Yes. And this is the hush money trial that's going into the payments of Stormy Daniels, and it's been a wild fucking ride, I'd have to say, because Michael and Cohen basically admitted to stealing from Donald Trump and committing crimes. And yeah, it seems like he's probably going to go back to jail or something after all this. I'd be surprised if he did it. I'd be surprised. I'd be super surprised. But yes, if the defense is rested, that means that we're basically going to be moving on into the closing statements and the jury deliberations, and it's going to be, I think, kind of an interesting situation. You know what? The jury was sent home for an entire week until May 28th when the closing arguments are actually expected. But yes, the attorneys are going to be returning to the courtroom at least a little bit to instruct jurors before the deliberations. So it looks like it's about over. You know, we're about to see if this big New York City Alvin Bragg thing is going to be taking down Donald Trump. But I mean, for the most part, all of the stuff that I've read and seen from non-tainted sources is pretty clear. And I think Donald Trump probably put it the clearest. They have no case. There's no crime. Well, technically, he didn't. They have no case against him because he didn't commit any crimes. But I'm pretty sure that they got a pretty slam dunk case against Michael Cohen since he admitted all that shit under oath. So I think he's probably going to end up being pretty fucked. Michael Cohen is not Trump. Not Trump. I mean, I would be surprised if this actually came down on him in the worst way possible. But I mean, seriously, it seems almost absolutely outrageous that it even ever made it this far. But then again, we live in a society that accepts some of the weirdest shit that we've ever seen in the entirety of the world. So, I mean, really not much that we can do about this whole entire situation, right? Nope. I don't think so. I mean, it seems like people should be super aware of what's going down and super understandable about what's really happening. But, you know, there's always going to be double news on these pieces of argument, on these particular situation. And I mean, goddamn, as this whole Trump trial was winding down, some new shit got dropped about that raid on Mar-a-Lago. If you didn't hear about it, here it is for you. Tons of new unsealed filings on classified docs case. I will try to post as much as I can. There goes the workout, but this is mind-blowing. Number 4, the illegal raid. According to the operations order produced in Discovery, the FBI believed its objective for Mar-a-Lago was to seize classified information, NDI, and U.S. government records as described in the search warrant. The order contained a policy statement regarding the use of deadly force, which stated, for example, law enforcement officers in the Department of Justice may use deadly force when necessary. The agents planned to bring standard issue weapons, ammo, and handcuffs, medium and large size bolt cutters, but were instructed to wear unmarked polos or collared shirts and keep all law enforcement equipment concealed. Oh, tight! Haven't you been seeing this? Haven't you been hearing about this? I'm sure people have been seeing it all over the news, but yeah, they wanted those people that were raiding the end place not to have badges and shit. They wanted them to look like plainclothes motherfuckers because apparently they wanted to have a shootout with the Secret Service or some shit. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Armed FBI agents were preparing to confront Trump and even engage Secret Service if necessary. They were going to go door to door and terrorize Mar-a-Lago guests and even pick the locks. Oh, great. Yes. Should media be present, all personnel will refer to MMOSC and adhere to FBI media policy if brief. Should FPOTUS arrive at mall, FBI, MMEM, and OSC will prepare to engage FPOTUS and the USSS security team. Should the USSS, which is the United States Secret Service, provide resistance or interfere with the FBI timeline or access, the FBI MMEC will engage with blank FBI 8 and blank FBI 19 will engage with the USS POC per existing liaison relationships. Oh, tight. Yeah. They're just going to engage with each other. Should mall guest reception be willing to provide a list of occupied rooms, the FBI search team will knock on each guest room and determine the occupation status. The FBI will request a map, a list of rooms, and a skeleton key card for all rooms from mall staff. And the FBI MMTTA with lockpicking equipment will be on the scene. Wow. Look at that, dude. Classified courier cards, classified courier bags, sack badge, RSI token, standard issue weapon, ammo, handcuffs, baggages, and credentials. FBI had a medic on the scene and identified a local trauma center for anyone injured during the raid. Wow, they were really expecting to have like a fucking shoe out. Holy shit. Here's the use of deadly force instruction attached to the FBI's operational instructions. Head of Washington FBI field office when this was executed was Stephen D'Atuno. Recall who authorized the raid. Merrick Garland, the FBI risked the lives of Donald Trump, his family, and more. Yep. Deadly force may not be used solely to prevent escaping of a fleeing subject. Firearms may be fired solely for disabled moving vehicles. Specifically, firearms may not be discharged in a moving vehicle unless the person in the vehicle is a threatening officer or another person with deadly force by means of any other vehicle, or the vehicle operated in a manner that threatens or causes necessary bodily injury to officers or others, and no other objective reasonable means for defense appear to exist, which includes moving out of the path of the vehicle. Yeah. Yeah, officers must request and render medical aid as appropriate. Officer must stop, prevent, or as appropriate another officer from engaging in excessive or unlawful force or force that violates DOJ policy. Deadly force should not be used against a person whose actions are threats solely to themselves or property unless the individual poses an imminent danger of death or serious physical injury to the officer or others in close proximity. Warning shots are not permitted outside of the prison context. Oh, cool. If it is feasible to do so and would not increase the danger of the officers or others, verbal warning to submit to the authority of the officer shall be given prior to the use of deadly force. Officers are trained in alternative methods and tactics for resisting subjects, which must be used when deadly force is not authorized by this policy. Cool, man. Seems really, really awesome. So, like, they really wanted to, like, take his ass out, bro. They wanted to fucking take him down. They wanted to take his ass down. And just in case you didn't remember,
are, however, certain points I want you to know. First, I personally approved the decision to seek a search warrant in this matter. Second, the department does not take such a decision lightly. There are...
Yeah. He wanted it to happen. They wanted him to be there. And I mean, does it really put you off in any kind of way? Not really, because we kind of figured that was going to be the case, right? Yeah, it seemed like that's what they wanted to do. But the Biden administration authorizing the use of deadly force seems a little bit unwarranted, considering the fact that there was no way they were ever going to need to use it.
Good evening. Welcome to Washington. I'm Brett Baer. Breaking tonight, developing stories on two fronts in former President Donald Trump's legal battles. The woman at the center of his criminal trial in New York took the stand today and gave graphic testimony about their alleged sexual encounter in 2006. But we begin tonight with the judge in the former president's trial over alleged misuse of classified documents, postponing the start of that trial indefinitely. Correspondent David Smunt has details tonight.
Oh, yeah, they postponed it indefinitely. Interesting. So, kind of gives you a little bit of reasoning as to believe as to why they probably didn't let that whole situation slide the way that they did. Yeah, it's kind of like they closed it indefinitely because, you know, it was kind of like a national fuck up on every single level to the point where they set him up and they're putting him down. Mm-hmm. And maybe, just maybe, it has something to do with the way that the poll numbers are coming out. A CBS poll in Arizona and Florida from May 10th to 16th, the good, bad, and the ugly. Let's start with the good. Trump is up 5 points in AZ and 9 points in Florida over Joe Biden, which is really, really good. Those weren't the states that I think made the shit happen, but, you know, if all the illegals vote, that's really probably going to end up going away. And what is driving that lead in AZ? Well, I've been telling everyone who listens, the border and the economy. Yeah, the border and the economy. So, I think they're scared, bro. That's why they got to be pulling out all the stops on the Trump campaign. And you know they're pulling out all the stops on the Trump campaign because it just seems like they're trying to pull the stops on the Trump campaign. And yeah, Mr. Blacksmith, I think Trump has a chance. It's a 50-50 chance. It's the same chance that, you know, he had the last time. So, you know, I want him to win, but we saw what happened last time. Did we? We did. Trump's social media account shares a campaign video with the headline about a unified Reich. Holy fucking shit, bro. You gotta be shitting me. What the fuck? You gotta be You gotta be shitting me, bro. Where the fuck is it? They don't even have a fucking picture of it on here. What the fuck? Oh, great. Now they're comparing Trump to Hitler again. This is wonderful. I love it. Yes. Yeah. I hope both sides win, says Squids. What do you mean you want both sides to win? How do both sides win? That's stupid. Get out of here with that shit. Get out of here. Get out of here with that shit. Oh my god. But I guess we're gonna have to find that video. I gotta find that video. Trump break. There we go. Let's see if we have it around here somewhere. We can find it. Is this it? Yeah, I think this is it. Maybe this is it. The unified Reich hoax is in full swing, guys.
A unified Reich? That's Hitler's language. That's not America's. He cares about holding on to power. I care about you. A unified Reich.
Yeah? He cares about holding on to power? Trump does? Be careful, because we're probably going to get a strike for showing it. Huh. Interesting. It's a video template that anyone can download. Oh.
What happens after Donald Trump wins?
Oh, cool.
What's next for America?
Oh, I see.
The economy booms. American energy is unleashed and an end to crushing tax.
That damn music. The border's closed. Wait, they're calling it Trump's Reich? So it's just like a thing that anybody could download and use to make a video, and then they're like trying to say that he's a Nazi over it and shit? That's weird. That seems strange. Yep. Strike significantly increased in the creation of a unified Reich. Oh, cool. And then what does that say? Something of a unified Reich. Huh. But it's still in this one, too? Because it's talking about World War II. Oh! Right there. Look at that. History on newspaper. Industrial strength significantly increased, driven by the creation of a unified Reich. Oh, so wait a minute. It's just boilerplate fucking text? Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah. I gotcha. So that's the newest hoax that they're actually coming with it. Donald Trump is now advocating for the creation of a unified Reich in a mock newspaper featured in a campaign ad. Yeah.
So what was that video about the unified Reich? How did that get on your website? So what was that?
So related to this is the whole issue of contraceptives. Do you support any restrictions on a person's right to contraception?
Well, we're looking at that, and I'm going to have a policy on that very shortly. And I think it's something that you'll find interesting. And it's another issue.
Ay. Trump is openly copying Nazi Hitler's language about a unified Reich and warning about the poisoning of blood of America, and the people are acting like this is a normal election. Trump is telling Americans that a vote for him is a vote for a unified Reich. It's the same Third Reich that slaughtered 6 million Jews. Donald Trump's openly copying Nazi language, advocating for a unified Reich. Oh, look, it's the Lincoln Project. Oh, Jesus, dude. Oh, look, good old Harry Sissy. Good old Harry Sissy over here. So, interesting. So what are we even looking at with this particular thing? Great. So they're losing on a lot of different fronts with Trump. And somebody saw something in the video that they posted because they didn't apparently scrub it well enough. And then they're trying to blame him for starting a Reich. Seriously. Like, they'll fucking find anything. They will literally fucking find anything to go after this motherfucker. It's so fucking crazy. It is so batshit bonkers insane. It's batshit bonkers crazy insane. I mean, it's nuts. I mean, I don't even know where we could go with this entire situation after that, other than just say it's just like, God damn, news. What the fuck are you guys doing? What the fuck are you talking about today? There was more than one Reich. There was like 3 of them, and it wouldn't be the third Reich because that Reich is over. There would be the fourth Reich, right? That's what it would be. But even then, like, it's so easy to prove where that shit came from that the fact that they're even harping on it is because they've literally been searching for absolutely anything to get about. And you know what? This is what happens when you have low IQ people all over the world. They're just too dumb to think about anything that's real. Honestly, they're too dumb. It's too dumb. hmm It's too dumb. It's much too dumb. Whatever. In other news, ex NYC Mayor Rudy Giuliani has pled not guilty to felony charges in Arizona for the election interference case. Yeah. Donald Trump winning Arizona doesn't seem like that might be a thing that's happening. I mean, we really want it to happen, but Arizona is now a Democratic stronghold, and I just don't see that shit happening. Just look at how they're going after all these individuals in the Trump election case to the point where we actually have to fucking see Rudy Giuliani's face. He was America's mayor, and I love the man. But seriously, get it to fucking together. Get it fucking together, dude. Seriously, you've had years. You've literally had years to get this shit together, and you just keep fucking it up. You keep fucking it up, bro. You keep fucking it up. Whatever. Okay. In other news, the Biden administration has once again taken a big L. Yep, the Biden administration got blocked from enforcing a new gun sales background check rule in Texas. Yes, they got blocked. Yes, a federal judge has blocked the Biden administration from enforcing a new rule in Texas that would require firearms dealers to run background checks on buyers at gun shows or places outside of brick and mortar stores. Which is great. Everybody loves the gun show loophole. People like guns. People like guns, and you gotta be happy that people just keep shutting down the Biden administration on all of this shit. All of this shit. What's up, Harry? Nice to see you. Yep. And then in news that you guys will probably all be happy to hear, good old Belle Delphine, OnlyFans star, gamer girl, bathwater source to the SARS says that she got $90K in debt with PayPal for years because they stole her money. But yeah, now it seems like she finally got all that money. Yep. Seems like she finally got all that money. Apparently, I broke one of their TOS. Each time you break a TOS, you receive a negative $25,000 penalty. So each payment of bathwater that went through was a break of the TOS, which resulted in 2,500 every time without me realizing it, and they wouldn't tell me which PayPal rule I broke. Oh wow. And they wouldn't give me any more information because of security risk. So I don't know if it's because they don't allow sex workers to use their platform or because they had a specific issue with me selling bathwater. Regardless, not even knowing felt shit. So hold up. They took a $2,500 penalty for each sale, which totaled out to $90K in the end. You only sold 36 of these bad boys. I genuinely thought that it would be more. No, I sold them for $35 each, but each time a sale went through, it counted as a break of TOS, which was a $25,000 fine. So before I knew it, I lost everything real quick. And another fun fact is that it cost me $11 to ship one package to America. You do the math. And that, my friends, is why you don't sell your bathwater online using PayPal. You should just not sell anything online using PayPal. Never. Don't do it. Just don't do it. Don't fucking do it, man. You're just gonna fucking lose everything. You gotta fucking lose everything. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah, it's definitely not cheap to go to shop. Anyways, did you hear that the South Carolina governor signed a ban on gender-affirming care for transgender minors? Oh, that's fantastic, man. Yeah, fuck yeah. Save them kids and shit, man. Don't let them mutilate them children. Let them children fucking live for 18 years and become adults. And if they still want to be whatever it is that they want to be, well, guess what? They're a fucking adult. They can do it then. God damn. I mean, if you want to fucking cut off your arm, if you want to cut off your arm skin and muscles to create a pseudo dick, that's on you. I don't fucking care anymore. I'm done trying to explain to you that you need to love yourself for who you are. And if you don't love yourself for who you are, changing yourself is probably not going to work either, because you're still going to be you. Just modified. I don't know. Save the children. Thank God to South Carolina for at least utilizing basic medical understandings and stuff. Because he's not saying that the transgenders can't exist. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you can do whatever weird shit you want to do. You can go worship Satan for all I fucking care. As long as you're not fucking eating babies and people and shit, raping motherfuckers. I feel like I'd be all right with it. But you do you. You do you. But, wait till you can fucking drink before you can do that, right? Wait till you're an adult before you can make decisions, even if the parents, that's straight up child abuse, in my opinion. Straight up child abuse. And it's just like, do we need more dead people? Do we need more suicide rates that are through the roof, as CV says? I don't think so. Especially when we got vampire bats or rabid bats in Colorado. So, yeah, we just have a public health emergency. Public health officials are recommending precautions to reduce the risk of exposure to rabies because of rabid bats have been found in Arapahoe and El Paso counties. Yes, bats with rabies flying around in Colorado and shit, biting motherfuckers, creating Morbius and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just not good. It's not good. But yes, they found a bat on the ground and tested positive May 17th for the rabies. And yeah, there's no exposure between bat or any of the students or staffs at the high school or the elementary school where they found it. But yeah, they had 55 cases of rabies in Colorado alone last year, and 47 of them were from bats. So it seems like it's becoming a bigger problem out there. So just a thought to let you know. Probably shouldn't be eating no bat soup. Stay the fuck away from bats. They're rabies carriers. I don't give a fuck how cute they are. Ma'am, put it fucking down. Put the bat down, white lady. Oh, but he's so cute. He's so cute. I want to touch him. Put him down. Yeah. Colorado has rabid bats. Stay the fuck out of Colorado. You don't need to live there. You don't want to live there. Dumb and Dumber went there because it was a dumb place to go. Dumb place to go. Whatever. Everybody's absolute favorite billionaire, Elon Musk, has once again reared his ugliness to the world in an investor clash over Elon Musk's $46 billion pay package. Yes, the board has yet to ensure that Tesla has a full-time CEO. Yep, Tesla investors are lobbying to shoot down the largest moonshot compensation plan in history. A group, including the New York City pension funds, filed notice on Mondays urging shareholders to vote against Tesla CEO Elon Musk's $46 billion stock option package at the company shareholder meeting on June 13th. The New York City comptroller, Brett Lander, who serves as an investment advisor of the city's funds with $260 billion in assets, is marshaling the absolute charge because he's basically going to be taking all that money from them. Yep. They say that the Tesla board is overly beholden to Musk and it hasn't bothered to step in when Musk ignores Tesla to focus his roles at the boring company Neuralink, SpaceX, and now X. And investors complained about Musk splitting his time between the companies, focusing on one company per day. The board has yet to ensure that Tesla has a full-time CEO, and they're pissed about it. So, things aren't going so well over on the Elon Musk front. He's kind of like trying to force them to give him this really huge pay package because he really needs it so that he can, keep X under or out of the water or from drowning. Right now, it's currently drowning a really, really slow and arduous death. And he's allegedly paying out of pocket for it. But really, I think he's just using the futures of things that he's thinking that he's going to get. But it is kind of interesting when you see that $46 billion stock option package may not actually happen, which is fine for me, but whatever. And I guess the last story for today is there's been reports of damages and death as after more tornadoes and shit started touching down in Idaho or Iowa. Yeah. There's been a lot of tornadoes and shit that have been happening. Something is definitely going on with the weather. We've been seeing it happening over and over and over again in a very, very high frequency, much higher than we've seen in probably the last 20 years. And weird shit be happening. We're getting golf ball sized hail, football sized hail, and it doesn't seem like anybody's really registering that, Something's going on with the weather. It's almost like the weather bands or something like that are seemingly moving across. So, maybe the HARP machine broke. I don't know. I don't think that it's fine. Maybe it is fine. I just think that we should at least take a second to look at it and be like, this shit could be a little fucked up, bro. Yeah. It could be a little fucked up. I don't know if it is fucked up, but it looks like it's a little screwed up, man. It looks like it's a bit jacked, if you know what I mean. It looks like we got a little bit of jackiness happening over here. It's a little jank, if you've seen and if you know what I mean. But as far as I can tell, nothing crazy has really happened with it. But maybe it's just the sunspots that are just, fucking everything up, causing the weather to go all nuts. That's a strong possibility. I don't really know yet. I'm just glad that, it's not snowing where I live. But if it does, it just probably won't snow for that long. Although we did have that random snow in Tahoe. We went to that Republican convention thing. Thought that was pretty interesting. A little strange. Little news of things to come. Yeah. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I got for you guys today. We went through the news. We talked about it. We sucked at talking about the news, so I feel like we did a successful job at putting up the most suckiest show on the internet. And I thank you for joining me and being here with me because honestly, it's really nice to have people that enjoy the Best Worst show almost as much as I do. Because I enjoy doing it every day. And I enjoy you guys joining me. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this with your friends. The show is called Griftcast, so please send me some of that sweet, sweet money. I know you're probably as broke as I am, though, so, but still, you don't need to eat. I need to eat. I'm hungry. Nah, actually, I'm not that hungry. I have, like, pizza all the time now. Which is, I'll make it. I think I'll make it with all the pizza. That's what I was like. Yeah, I'll have pizza every day. It's going to suck, but you know what? At least I won't die. Yeah. All right. I'm not going to die. Well, that's it. Show's over now. You can go. You can go home. You can go do whatever shit you do. Fine. Tell your friends. Or don't. I don't care. You do you though. Much love, and have a beautiful rest of your evening. Bye bye now. Be well. Be nice to each other. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do or do everything that I would do. I don't know. How much shit that I wouldn't do. You do you, champ. Person. Yeah. Bam, 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 bam.